So guys, we're here again. What's happening? I thought it was going to be D-Day last Friday. It was on Company's House. They'd signed the final agreement paperwork on the sale of Manchester United to Sheikh Jassim and the 92 Foundation. Now, let's just get a couple of things straight here, because a lot of you are getting confused. A lot of you are typing comments with false information. A lot of you on here that are trying to slag me off and put in your little answers, and you're not getting the bigger picture.
Please subscribe.
Manchester United and the sale of Manchester United to Sheikh Jassim and the 92 Foundation was agreed in principle a few months ago. Okay? That was done. Right? Nothing's been announced. When I say announced, nothing's been publicly announced that it was agreed in principle. Okay. Then we had this story that there was a guy in Wales that kicked it all off, and that's what the media was using. That's why the stocks and shares went up. So, let me give you a bit of information so you're fully aware. Sheikh Jassim and the 92 Foundation set the company up a month and a half ago. Okay, that was done a month and a half ago with Company's House. Now, when they had a date to sign the paperwork with the Glazers for the agreed sale price of Manchester United, they then phoned Company's House back up and said to Company's House, we have got a date on the 15th of June and we want our company to go live on that day. That's how it works. So when a lot of you are putting on, no, it was done on that day, you don't know what you're talking. Listen, you can go on Company's House, you can set a company up within 24 hours if you've got all the correct information. You can have it go live in a day, you can have it go live in 2 days. That's how it works. Now, why hasn't it been publicly announced? The Glazers, yet again. On Friday afternoon, now let me get one thing straight. My inside information has never, ever told me when it's going to be publicly announced. That's me. I've gone off his information and I've gone, well, yeah, it's got to be. It's done, it's final. It's got to be done. So, that's me, not my inside information. So I was hoping it was going to be done last Friday. Anyway, so on Friday afternoon, I contact my inside information and I said, what's going on? Why, if it's mentioned on Company's House and they signed the final paperwork for the agreed sale price, why isn't it public knowledge? Why isn't everybody getting to know? So, if you remember on one of my videos, the Glazers have asked Sheikh Jassim and the 92 Foundation, and you will find this reported on the news. They asked Sheikh Jassim and the 92 Foundation for money for the transfer window. Now, why would they ask Sheikh Jassim for money for the transfer window if it wasn't agreed in principle? Okay? Why would they ask him? Why has it been reported? Sheikh Jassim agreed that he will give them money for the transfer window as long as X, Y and Z was done. That was not met. The Glazers dragged the feet. Whether it be one of the brothers, whatever else, they dragged the feet. So he point blank refused to give him any money for the transfer window until everything was signed and done. So the Glazers, yet again, being the Glazers, have had to put the hand in the pocket and they've had to put some money into the transfer window. Now, if they pulled the fingers out the backside, Sheikh Jassim would have given the money for the transfer window. But now, the Glazers want the money back that they put in for the transfer window. Now, while they're still sorting everything over and you get the transition going over, that is going to get, I've been told that is going to take a little bit of time. Which I didn't know. I didn't know that. I just thought you buy it, done. Deal's done. That's it. But apparently, with all the sponsors and everything else that goes on, the transition will take a bit of time. Now, a lot of you are saying, if it's been agreed and it's been signed for the sale of Manchester United, which it has, for the agreed price, 6.5 billion, the stock market would have to know. You're wrong. So, what happens is, when one company wants to buy another company, first of all, rumours start to emerge, which they have. We all know that Sheikh Jassim and Sir Radcliffe back then was in the running to buy it. So we all know that information. That's absolutely fine. But when it gets closer to someone being successful, like Sheikh Jassim, it all goes wild. And like they use the excuse that it was somebody in Wales and it was guitar newspapers and the stock shares went up and stuff, and that's what will happen. The stocks and shares will go up. Now, unless Sheikh Jassim comes out and the 92 Foundation, unless they confirm that they've had discussions with the Glazers, but no former tender has been agreed, then that's when the tax code will come into play, and that's when everyone will start to, gets more and more public. But even Sheikh Jassim hasn't come out and said that, he's not even announced that they're having discussions about it. Nothing's been said. Whether that be a tactic by the Glazers, while they're still trying to recoup the money back from the transfer window, God knows. Who knows what the exact ins and outs are. But until Sheikh Jassim and the 92 Foundation confirm that they have had discussions about the actual price of Manchester United, but no formal tender has been made public, then nothing will be on the stock market. Once they mention that, everything will go public. And it'll be a bit more public for you all to see that, yes, they've agreed. They've agreed in principle. And it's like I've said to you, the media are weeks and weeks behind. Everybody else is weeks and weeks behind. Now, the transfer window. Listen to the transfer window. And I keep saying this, and I'll keep saying it. So, but let's backtrack. So, I've predicted that it was going to be announced. And then I said it was going to be announced again. That's me. That's not my inside information. That's what I went off with, the information he was telling me. So after speaking to him again, he said, telling me that because it's been agreed, the price has been agreed, it's been signed, Sheikh Jassim is the new owner of Manchester United. They've still got other things they need to sort out before they make it all public. So whatever that'll be, God knows. Anyway, transfer window. So the transfer window, he is still saying, and I'm going to tell you now, it's a he who I'm getting me information off. He's still telling me 100% that Harry Kane is coming to Manchester United in this transfer window. That is what he's telling me. Mbappe, 100% is still coming to Manchester United. Now, a lot of people, you've asked me about the goalkeepers, you've asked me about other players and stuff like that. I put on the hit list, so on Sheikh Jassim's hit list, and then let me get this clear. Let me get this absolutely clear, so you all fully understand, because some of you put in, what you're saying, that all the best players in the world are coming. No. What I have said to you is, Harry Kane will be coming to Manchester United in this transfer window. Mbappe will be coming to Manchester United in this transfer window. And then if you watch my other video, I have put on Sheikh Jassim. These are the players on his hit list. This is who he would like at Manchester United. Doesn't say anything about that's who's coming. It's who he would like. That's who's on his hit list. Okie dokie, whether that be this transfer window, next transfer window, if it never happens, that's just who's on his hit list. So, like some of you put in your comments, is this guy playing FIFA? That's what he's got, that's what's on his hit list. Okay? But Harry Kane, 100%, and Mbappe, 100%, that is who's coming to Manchester United. Now, I've been saying this, since I got the inside information, I've been saying this, since I think it was May, beginning of May, when I first started doing the videos, and I've always said it. And when I've asked me inside information and I've asked him and I've said, listen, the reports over here say